Where do I want to be in life? Where do I see myself? And then I start making these plans on how I'm going to get there. It's overcoming yourself at all costs, whatever that takes. No matter what's in front of you, man, you have to face, you have to confront, you have to overcome and move forward.
When you make it personal, what you do behind closed doors matters. So I'm just wondering when you're gonna make it personal.
I want you to focus on me right now. There have been a lot of setbacks. There has been a lot of betrayals. There have been lies told. There has been pain inflicted. There's been times you've been handcuffed. There's been times you've been tried. There's been times you've been in situations where you were locked up and you couldn't get out. In spite of all of that, you weren't ready for it when you saw it. You had to go through more things to grow into it. But you're coming into a season now that things you saw a long time ago are going to come to pass. And it's going to be the kind of joy that brings you to tears.
Haters motivate me, because when they talking about me, that means I'm doing something.
Never allow anybody to make you feel bad about being so blessed when you've worked to get it. You decided all the clubs, partying, hanging out, and all that that ain't for me. I'm gonna be out here running in the hot sun, practicing, playing basketball, shooting on weekends while everybody else is clubbing and hanging out. You got your focus right.
When you're uncommon, get ready for the criticism. When you're uncommon, get ready for the opposition. When you're uncommon, get ready for the common people not to understand you. When you're uncommon, have uncommon ways. Get ready for people to try and block you and conspire against you.
While you're over there watching me and talking about me, I'm working. I'm working hard. I'm taking things to the next level. You keep gossiping and I'll keep working. You keep talking smack and I'll keep working.
You're gonna get up, you're gonna get dressed, you're gonna get out, and you're gonna do what you've been called to do. You're gonna be what you called to be. You're gonna have, and you're gonna prove to everybody that tried to break you, you're gonna prove them wrong. Everybody that tried to stop you, everybody that tried to kill your dream, you're gonna prove all of them wrong.
Develop the interior core where it doesn't matter if people call you crazy. One of the things limiting you from your income, your impact, a world-class life. You care too much about what people think about you. Everyone has an opinion. Why let the opinions of other people deny you from a life that will make history?
You keep focusing on everything and everyone else and I'll keep working. And when you finally look around at where you are and where I'm at, you realize that you have nothing left to talk smack about. If you will lose, I will win.
When you're gonna make it about what it looks like that nobody sees, the part of you that nobody sees, where's your integrity behind the scenes? Come on, where are your values behind the scenes? What do your habits look like behind the scenes? Come on, what kind of work are you putting in behind the scenes? Come on, drop down and give me 50. Come on, write it again. Come on, believe it again. Come on, sing again, record the song again. Come on, can you stretch yourself? Can you condition yourself? Come on, can you believe again? Can you see it again? Can you write again? Can you make this thing personal? That it doesn't start with the people connected to you, it starts with you.
Once you come face to face with who you are, you have a starting point. All right, I'm not real smart. I have no courage. I have no self-esteem. I have no nothing. That's my starting point. Now we can move from there. But if I tell myself I'm strong, I have courage, I'm smart, and all these are lies, you continuously push that starting point backwards. So that starting point is the truth. Trying hard is something in your mind just doesn't stop. That was me trying hard. That's why people gotta understand what is in us. We have no idea until we start trying hard. And I mean really trying hard, where you're obsessed with, hey, this is my new norm. My new norm is that, wow, this isn't always fun. It's not always meant to be fun. And that's when you know you're trying hard.
It's just like if you wake up and every day you obsess over something and you live and breathe it, and that's what you think about, that's what you do, that's what you study on and off, that's what you stay up every night grinding, and no one else even gives a flying about it. It's like, you just feel like a weirdo, like an outcast. We agreed not to drink. We didn't do drugs. Like, we didn't date. We didn't do anything. We just literally obsessed from the time we woke up to the time we went to bed. That's literally all we did.
It's suffering, pain, failure, self-doubt, darkness, and then a whole bunch of light. But to get to this light, you gotta go through all of this shit. It's not fun, because to get to where you wanna go, the amount of pain involved, I'm not saying physical, I'm not saying you gotta break yourself off, the amount of mental pain of how many times you're gonna have to do something that you don't want to do to get to where you want to go. There's gonna be more times you do something that you don't wanna do than you are gonna wanna do it. That's your new norm. So then it's like breathing. And then once you do this over and over and over again, it becomes like breathing. I don't want to live this lifestyle, but to get to the other side of this, I have to. So if you really want it, you realize what trying is and what trying is not. Whatever I wanted, I did. I wanted to win. Not like beat somebody else. I just wanted to go the distance. Like, man, if I could just go that distance, that extra mile, to just go, just to finish. I want to finish. I want to feel victory. And victory for me wasn't winning, it was just finishing. And literally, I started feeling victory just by putting myself in the battle. We all look for toughness. We all want it, but we look for it in a comfortable environment. You will not find toughness in a comfortable environment. The only way you find it is to drown yourself in a position where you're just out of sorts, where you can't swim and you're drowning. But you say, you know what, man? Dad, I'm gonna figure out how to backstroke or something. And then through figuring out all these tools.
Stop making excuses, stop complaining. We are just so interested in blaming everybody else and excuses because we don't want to take on responsibility.
Just put in work and enjoy that. Enjoy eating and dirt and bleeding and the grind, and don't give a about what anybody else thinks, why you haven't done it, why are you doing that. Have 4 jobs, Wendy's, Walmart, your side hustle, work, train, learn. Every second you spend thinking about what somebody else has is taking away from time that you could create something for yourself. You won the lotto of the universe, which is you are a human being on Earth. And you're not driven, and you're not fired up, and you're not going for it, and you're willing to sit like a lump and just wait till you die, you suck. You need to stop giving a shit about what anybody else has and realize that if you put your head down and just work for the next 10 years, no glamour, no new car, suitcase, jewelry, trip, event, no Coachella, no new sneakers, work, you will have it. And every time you care about one of the things I just mentioned, it will slow down your process of having it. I just don't get the mentality of being head down sad on a Monday morning. This is the time to realize that you have a 5-year window, and it's 3 for some, it's 8 for others, but it's a 5-year window for you to attack the life that you want to win, not because it's the secret or because the world's so zen, because it's hard as shit out there. This is the time to be massively risk oriented. I know that this is when you're supposed to grow up and go see the world, but guess what? The world isn't what mommy and daddy told you. The world is exactly going to be what it's going to be, with or without the way you thought it was going to be. A ton of shit is going to change. The world changes every goddamn day. Hustle is putting it all on the line. Hustle is waking up one day, the day before you die, and realizing you gave it your all. If you want this, work. That's how you get it.
So many lives would transform overnight if they realized my life sucks, I have nothing going for me, really means I have nothing to lose, and that makes you a very dangerous person.
And so you can flip the fact that you have nothing going for you with you have nothing to lose. And that means that you can take lots of risks very quickly and end up in the exact same position you are, which is nothing. And so if you eliminate downside, it should decrease your action threshold. Meaning you should be able to do more things faster rather than do fewer things because you don't have a great life or things going for you. And so I think if people flip that, a lot more people would take action because they actually realize the advantage of their position.